Today we look at 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. We're going to be looking at verses 9 through 11. And in these verses, Paul says that God's appointed us to salvation. In other words, if you're born again, you won't see the wrath of God. You won't experience the wrath of God. You go straight to paradise. Then he says that Jesus died for us so that whether we are awake or asleep, we're going to be together with him. So what he's saying is, every person that's a believer, Jesus had to die for them. There's not a believer that can say, Jesus didn't really have to die for me because I was good enough. Then he says to encourage and build each other up with these facts. That same Jesus had to die for every one of us. And that same Jesus is going to bring every one of us to heaven with him. There's not going to be little compartments where, this person slept spiritually through their whole life. Not going to be that way. We're all going to be there. And he says to encourage and build up one another. So I want to encourage you. If your life, you say, my life's a train wreck, you've disengaged. I want to encourage you. Engage again. Connect with a local church that you can be a part of and let them encourage and build you up. And then once you've connected with a local church, start serving. Get into a place of service. I don't know what I could do. Then ask the leadership at your church, what can I do? How can I serve? And thirdly, build relationships with other believers. Then they can encourage and build you up, and you can encourage and build them up. It's kind of that whole iron sharpens iron thing that Proverbs talks about. We need everybody, every believer to be in the game, participating, trying to bring others to Christ. We're a body, and the body has to have every part functioning. So whether your life's a train wreck or the perfect model of Christianity, one of those three is going to fit you. Connect, serve, and build relationships. That's what this scripture is calling us to do. To build each other up and encourage each other. Because life gets kind of rough sometimes. And if your life is totally together, then find that person that life has been rough for them and encourage them and build them up and get them back in the game. Get them back and pulling on the team. Get them back and doing something for Christ. Our purpose here is to try to win unbelievers to Christ. Remember, for unbelievers, the end is not good. So we want to get as many unbelievers to become believers as possible. We do that by you connecting, serving, and building relationships. Want to read the whole devotional? Go to the link at the bottom of the page. And we'll see you tomorrow.